All right, welcome everyone. I see folks coming in, joining in, connecting to audio and Wi-Fi. So we'll give about a few seconds for them to just connect in and make sure that they're able to hear and see us well. And I will start my screen share just to go over a few housekeeping reminders before we get into tonight's program. So you will see a button at the very bottom of your screen that says Q&A, and that will be how you ask questions for tonight. Please remember that the panelists or the university representatives cannot see or hear you, so please keep your camera and microphone off. There are various sessions after this session going on tonight, as well as additional sessions going on tomorrow. So please be sure to look at the complete schedule and sign up for any sessions that may interest you with university representatives from across the US. And finally, recording will be available for all sessions presented tonight within a week of tonight's event, and will be available on the StriveScan website or wherever you registered for tonight's event. So without further ado, I will kick it off and pass it over to our university representatives to kick off tonight's event. And first up, we have Champlain College up to start off our evening.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Kingsley. I'm going to pull up my slides right now. Thank you so much for joining us today to learn a little bit more about Champlain, but also all the other great schools joining us. So just to get started with some general information about Champlain College, we are located in Burlington, Vermont, and we have about 2,100 students living in our campus. Average class size is about 16 to 17, and this means you really get to know students who are in your major, but also across the entire school. As you can see on your screen right here, you can see where we are located within the state of Vermont, and Burlington is actually the largest city within the state. You can also see some of the drive times for our more northeastern cities, but I do want to make sure to mention that we do also have an international airport, which does have direct flights to Chicago. And we also have a train station for Amtrak, and Champlain College students have free access to the city bus system as well. Moving in to talk about our academics just a little bit, one of the really important things to remember about Champlain College is our upside down curriculum. And what this means is every single student starts in their major from day one on campus. So if you know exactly what you want to study, perfect hands-on experience all 4 years. You're in that major right away, getting the skills that you need, and you're making sure you're in the right program for you. However, maybe you come to Champlain and you think you know exactly what you want to study, but once you're in the classroom, you realize it's not quite the right fit for you. You can still change your major and graduate within that 4-year time frame. We also know that some students may not know what they want to study yet, and that is completely okay as well. You can come to Champlain as an undeclared student and take a sample of classes for either your first semester or even your first year and choose your major at the end of that time frame. Here is a breakdown of all of the different programs at Champlain. And unfortunately, I can't talk about all of them with you tonight. So first of all, I want to mention that we do list the entire curriculum for all of our programs on Champlain's website. And that's a great way to learn about what classes you'd be taking and do a little more exploring if you're trying to decide between 2 different majors. A few things I want to mention is we do have our game studio, which means we have 5 different game related programs, including game art, game design, game production management, game art, and our brand new major, game sound design. A few other areas to highlight is we also have an amazing computer networking and cybersecurity program and digital forensics. We have elementary, middle, and secondary levels of education, a law and social work degree, and an entire school of business as well. So again, definitely check out that website if you're interested in learning more about any of the programs that you currently see on your screen. We also want to make sure to mention that we know that when you are going to college, you are making an investment in your future. And we want to let you know that a Champlain degree does pay off. So for the class of 2019, 88% of our students were employed or continuing their education within 6 months. And the number that we're really proud of is out of the students who were employed, 100% of them were employed in a field directly related to their major or their career goals. And what this means is they didn't just have a job, but they had a job specifically in the industry that they went to Champlain for. And again, that just shows how everything we do, from upside down curriculum to internship experiences to having an amazing career collaborative on campus, helps students take that next step immediately upon graduation. We are a professionally focused institution, and what this means is we want to help students find and follow their passions, but also get a job doing so. We build in professional understanding and financial literacy into our education model because we don't want you living in our Champlain bubble for 4 years, not knowing what's coming next. Another way we really help students break out of the Champlain mold is by offering study abroad programs, and we do have 2 Champlain specific campuses, one in Dublin, Ireland, and the other as Montreal, Canada. And what this means is you are going with our Champlain professors and taking Champlain related courses, so you don't have to worry about transferring any credits back into the school, which is great even if you have an extremely rigorous course load. This means you can still study abroad and have that opportunity. And I know that many of you are probably just starting the college search process, so I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do definitely want to make sure to mention a few pieces. First of all, Champlain uses the Common App, and we have our own Champlain College application. There is no application fee, and we have been test optional for the past few years. So if you have taken the SAT or ACT, you can send the scores, but it's not required to do so, and we are going to remain that way moving forward as well. For any parents who are joining on the call today and are interested in learning more about financial aid, here at Champlain, every single student is automatically considered for merit-based aid when they apply, but to be considered for need-based aid, we do need that FAFSA information on file. We also have the Champlain College Count on It guarantee, and what this means is any Champlain-specific scholarships or grants that you receive will remain with you all 4 years as long as you remain a full-time student. This is not based on GPA, and they are awarded both on need and merit-based aid. A few other things to quickly throw out there is we do not require the CSS profile, and you can bring in outside scholarships to Champlain College, and we will not change our award letter by bringing in those outside scholarships in any way. Lastly, we do accept AP and dual enrolled credit, so if you've been able to take any of those classes in high school, we are able to bring them to Champlain. And I know we didn't have a lot of time to chat about the school, so this would be a great slide to screenshot if you want to get in touch with anyone, and this will be posted on the website as well. Thanks so much for learning a little more about Champlain, and I'll turn it over to the next school.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And we will pass it over to our friends at Tallahassee County Community College.
Thank you. All right. Okay, my name is Jenny Helms, and I work in admissions and records at Tallahassee Community College. We are in the bright state of Florida, hence my background. The beach is very close by us. I want to start off talking about the benefits of attending Tallahassee Community College. First of all, we are affordable. It's going to be, I've got the figures for you in just a few minutes, but it's going to be around between $300 and $400 per credit hour. So for an out-of-state school, it is very affordable for our students. We have an open admissions policy, so we do not have a minimum GPA requirement. We do not require the ACT or SAT. So it's, as long as you've graduated from high school with your standard diploma, you will be accepted. We have small class sizes. We have about 25 to 30 students in our classes. We have about 12,000 students total. So it is a large campus. However, we do keep the classes small. Our professors, which Professor Hurd is going to talk to you in just a few minutes, he's one of our professors here, are very good at giving our students that personalized attention and getting to know the students because the classes are small. We have 2-year career specific degrees. So we offer Associate of Science degrees. We offer the AA degree, which is your transferable degree into the major universities. And then we also offer professional certifications. We have over 70 professional certifications that we offer our students. And those take anywhere from 8 weeks to about 1.5 years. Those are all listed on our website. I am not going to show a list of them to you, but they are all listed on the website. So please check that out if you're interested. It will list them all for you, and it will tell you how long they'll take you. And one of our best options is we have transfer agreements. We have agreements with FSU and with FAMU. We are the #1 feeder school into both of those universities. So if you enroll into one of those programs, you can come to TCC, get your AA, and then transfer into either FSU or FAMU seamlessly. Their advisors do come on our campus and advise students as well. So you're not only advised by TCC advisors, but you're advised by the FAMU and FSU counselors as well. Here's that cost I was talking to you about. It's about $387 per credit hour for an out-of-state student to come to TCC. And we have a multitude of scholarships. If you look on our website, they are all listed there. We have over 200 scholarships that we offer our TCC students, and you just do one application and it puts you in the pot for all of them, including the opportunity to get financial aid. I'm going to let Mr. Hurd, who's one of our professors here, take over and talk to you about our classes.
Great. Thank you, Jenny. We are so excited to be here and welcome you as the gateway to Florida and to your possible 2-year or your 4-year at FAMU or Florida State University. Right now, we are offering classes in 4 different modalities. For those that want the face-to-face, we're using all of the CDC established protocols. We have an interactive learning component called TCC Live. We have self-directed online where you can still stay in Illinois or suburban Wisconsin, Indiana, or Missouri. Ms. Helms and I are both have origins in Illinois, so we kind of know the geography a little bit, but you can stay in Illinois and take classes. And then we also are offering hybrid classes for you. If you want to go ahead and move the slide, that's great. Thanks. We are here for you. We have those resources that range from everything from veteran support. We are one of the nation's top and one of Florida's top veteran supporting schools. We have mental health counseling. We have the Talon Market for those that are food challenged that live in the Tallahassee metro area. We are able to help you, and we have a very comprehensive package and comprehensive presence, whether it be completely online or in person. All right. In addition, we just received for the state of Florida, the top engaged campus, which means a large proportion of our students are involved in academic enrichment, such as honor societies, theater. We have one of the nation's top theater programs, and we have one of the nation's top journalistic programs, not just for Florida. In addition to a very comprehensive sports program that featured a recent national championship in women's basketball, and we're ranked #1, I believe, in Florida, at least, Southeast Conference for men's basketball. In addition, students get involved in very, very large numbers of organizations. I'm a big proponent of that. Being a licensed Illinois teacher, I coached in the city of Chicago. In not only academics, but sports. We are one of the top 10 colleges right now, community colleges, I should say, in the nation. We are a semifinalist for the Aspen Prize, which will be named in April. And the Aspen Prize is one that is awarded to those top 10 colleges for 4 basic tenets that include teaching and learning, certificate and degree completion, the workforce programs, and equitable outcomes for those that are from underserved populations. We're so proud of this designation, in addition to being that gateway for FAMU and FSU. Go ahead, Ms. Helms, thanks. And she's coming off of mute real quick. Anyway, we want to keep the program going real quick. So for admissions, you're more than welcome. Go ahead, Jenny, thanks.
My information's right here. Jot it down, take a picture, and I'd be happy to help you if you have any questions.
Thank you. We welcome you to Tallahassee, Florida.
Thanks, both of you. I appreciate it. And we will transition over to our next presenter. And Katie, if you want to start sharing your screen, we'll kick it off.
Yes, thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Katie Clark. I work in the Office of Admissions and Outreach at DigiPen Institute of Technology. We are a private 4-year university located in Washington State. We were founded in 1988 by the co-founder of Nintendo of America, Mr. Claude Comer. So our bread and butter is video games. Our students study the 4 basic areas that are required to come together to create a functional game project, which are computer science, digital art and animation, game design and development, of course, and then music and sound design. So we are unique in the fact that we are an entire institution focused entirely on video games, game design and production, and computer science. So our students are all studying in those areas, and they're all working together on game projects and animation projects. And so the singular focus really unites our community and our campus. And I'll talk more about what student life at DigiPen looks like in a minute, but you'll see what I mean when I get there. We're located in Washington State, which is, of course, in the Pacific Northwest. I am born and raised in Washington, so I'm a little bit biased, but I absolutely love it here. And Redmond especially is a really great city to be located in. It has all the benefits of being close to the city and downtown Seattle. There's a lot of really great culture and opportunities for networking with technology companies, with game development companies. But being in Redmond, you do get a little bit of a smaller, more rural feel. There's a lot, I grew up in Redmond, so it's a really great area. We're about 16 miles east of Seattle. If you look at the map on your screen, you can see just across Lake Washington is downtown Seattle. It's about a 10-minute bus ride across the lake, not too bad. But one of the really great things for our students about being located in the Redmond area is that it's actually one of the top areas in the world for video game development, second only to Tokyo, Japan. So this is some of the many game development studios that are located in the Redmond area, including, of course, some that you probably know. I hope you recognize some of these names if you're a gamer at all. Even if you don't recognize these specific symbols, you probably know the games that have come out of these companies. Of course, Nintendo, everybody knows. Microsoft Game Studios is actually one of our top employers. About half of our students go on to work at Microsoft, whether that's for game studios or for other areas of the company. 343 Industries, which of course is making the current Halo series, Bungie, which created the original Halo games, and many, many, many more. Why DigiPen? We were actually the first school in the world to ever offer a bachelor's degree in video game programming specifically. It's what we've been doing for the past 33 years. And the specialization and the focus really, like I said earlier, unites our community, and our students get to learn from each other and collaborate on game projects. We are intensely project-based. Our students work together within their degree programs to create full-scale games and animations. Our game projects and animation projects are listed on our website as well as on our YouTube channel. And if you're interested in going into any of this, I highly encourage you to check those out to see some of our student work. We have 10 degree programs total, 8 undergraduate degrees, which is what I'm going to focus on here today, but we do have 2 graduate programs as well. And our average class size is about 20 students, and that can vary a little bit depending on the degree program. If you're in a computer science degree, 20 is going to be a pretty accurate measure of what your average class is going to be, whereas some of our smaller degree programs, such as our music program, can even get down to closer to 5 to 10 students a class to give you very one-on-one personalized instruction. Our overall student body is about 1,100 students total. About 900 of those are in our undergraduate programs. So you really get an opportunity to network with the students around you, get to know your fellow students and professors, and work together on those game projects that I've been mentioning. And you can see some other awards and recognitions that our projects have won there at the bottom of the screen. So a little bit more about the degree programs and what you would be studying as a student here at DigiPen. Our programs fit into these 4 categories, of course: computer science, game design and development, digital art and animation, and music and audio. And those are the four main things that do need to come together to create a game project. So our curriculum is intensely project-based. So students from all of these different areas of study will be enrolled in one projects class. It's called our game class, game 100, game 200, etc. And so within that class, you have the opportunity to join students from other cohorts, from other areas of study, and you get to specialize in things and give yourself roles such as producer, character artist, environment artist. You have gameplay programmers, you have game engine creation, folks that are in charge of that. You have toolkit developers, you have sound designers and audio engineers. And so you get an opportunity to explore real world titles within those game projects, which is what really sets our students apart when they go to enter the video game industry, is the opportunity that they've had to build that experience. We do offer traditional classes as well. We build those academic fundamentals through those classes and then use the project-based learning to really help students solidify their skills in that natural environment. For students looking to apply to these programs, we're looking for a background in whichever specific area of study you choose. So it's really important for you to understand what you're interested in learning. That's why I have a job. That's why my office exists. So please make an appointment to meet with us, meet with a current student, to learn more about each of these areas of study and what you can be doing to prepare. A couple updates on our admissions process. We do no longer require the SAT or ACT, and will accept unofficial transcripts for evaluation. So if you're looking to apply for next fall, please get in contact and we'll get you through the application pipeline. Once everything is received, it's about 2 to 4 weeks for a decision. I mentioned earlier our student life. You can see some examples. Our students are all very game-centered and game-focused. So if that's something you are interested in participating in, please feel free to reach out, attend some events, meet with a current student. And this is a great slide to take a screenshot of or take a picture of to know how to get in contact with us. Thanks for listening.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie. And we will pass it over to Joanna.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much for taking the time to participate in this fair. My name is Joanna, and I serve as an admissions counselor here at Wheaton College in Illinois, just 30 minutes west of Chicago. And I'm excited to share with you today more about Wheaton. So the best and only way I know how to share about Wheaton is to start with the most important thing about us. Since our founding in 1860, Wheaton has been committed to our motto, for Christ and his kingdom. So I'd like to show you today this video that shares a little bit more about our motto.
Humble leaders, adventurous thinkers, faithful believers. For Christ and his kingdom, Wheaton stands at the forefront of Christian liberal arts education. Here, we facilitate an unparalleled journey for our students, bringing together deep faith and intelligence to pursue their most ambitious callings. At Wheaton, reaching God-given potential is never accomplished alone. From coaches on the field to professors in the classroom, we come together to make space for students to wrestle with timeless questions and pursue biblically informed, thoughtful wisdom as they pursue academic, artistic, and athletic excellence. We are one of the nation's colleges that change lives, because that is exactly what we do. We live, work, serve, and worship together as an educational community centered on Jesus and reflecting the beautiful diversity of his kingdom. It's collaborative, immersive, Christ-centered. Our enduring model: with twin traditions of quality academics and deep faith, along with a faculty of Christian thought leaders and a staff of dedicated believers, allows us to champion the true essence of the Christian liberal arts educational experience. Continuing the legacy lived out by iconic thinkers and evangelical luminaries around the globe, Wheaton integrates and connects disciplines through Christian thought, diverse peers, and contemporary global context. Here, adventurous thinkers and faithful believers come together to create a mosaic of diverse backgrounds, beliefs, and hopes. It's a place of curiosity and conviction, a place to live out your values and pursue your ambitions. Except here, it's not only about what you can achieve. It's about who you can become. Living out our calling with heart and skill through Christ-centered leadership. At Wheaton, you don't have to settle. We call ourselves Thunder because, like thunder, the Wheaton Network is a force moving through Him and for Him to build the church and benefit society worldwide. Like rolling thunder, God's mighty voice calls us to be humble leaders, adventurous thinkers, and faithful believers for Christ and His kingdom.
Awesome. So for academics, we are the leading Christian liberal arts institution in the country, and we offer a wide variety of majors through our College of Arts and Sciences and our Conservatory of Music. So studying the liberal arts gives you an opportunity to learn about a wide variety of disciplines, making connections across subject matter and doing that all with integrating our Christian faith. So we believe that the liberal arts trains our students to think critically, problem solve, ask great questions, and write and communicate effectively. Some of those skills most of them are what employers are looking for these days. So I believe our faculty are one of our greatest strengths. They are experts in their field, but the best thing about our faculty is that they also love the mission of Wheaton. This means that they don't just care only about you as a student, but rather you as a whole person. So we have 2,400 undergraduate students living on campus, and this information is from our students starting in fall 2019. They come from 41 states and nearly 40 different countries. Of our students from the United States, 30% are students of color, and an additional 16% are students coming from outside of the United States, whether that be missionary kids, third culture kids, or international students choosing to study with us at Wheaton. So this means that you are going to be living and learning alongside peers from all over the world. So I'd like to share a little bit about next steps. So today is our last application deadline, but we welcome you to submit your application this week, and you can contact me about that if you have more questions. So we have numerous opportunities to visit on campus and virtually. We've been doing student perspective panels every month, and those recordings from the past are on our website. And also I'm leading one about opportunities for leadership and mentorship on campus February 23rd. So I look forward to sharing more about Wheaton and helping you through this admissions process. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. And just a reminder to our students that the Q&A box is available throughout the entire session. So if you have a question for a specific university, feel free to put those questions in the chat box. Okay, and we will switch over our screen sharing to our next presenter, which is Norma.
All right. Again, welcome everybody. Good evening. I apologize if my dog is growling in the background. He gets a little cranky right now. It's dinner time. But I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Ashley Ward, and I am the lead college and career navigator at the College of Lake County. I am joined by Norma Guzman, who you will meet a little later. And we're really excited to share more information about how the College of Lake County, or CLC, has made some changes to really better assist our students and our community. Basically, what we did is we met with community members, faculty, and staff, as well as our students, to really better understand how we were assisting students throughout the college process and to gain feedback on what we could do better. And from those conversations, we had the College and Career Navigator come up. So our role as a college career navigator has expanded to encompass a lot of exciting aspects for both our traditional students as well as our adult learners. And as navigators, we're basically meeting with you as prospective students, or if there's families watching, your children, all of their families in the high schools. We're meeting with them at the campus. Once we can go back there, we're doing via Zoom. We're meeting with local employers and basically building awareness and trying to better assist students throughout the entire college process, because it can be kind of consuming or frustrating. You're not sure where to start, and that's where our role comes in. And we will serve as a point person for all prospective students to really have them gain a better understanding of what that onboarding experience looks like. We're going to go through different colleges, career exploration, fields of interest, and program selection. So that way, every student knows exactly where they're starting, and then eventually what their goals are and how they can get to them. One of the first things that we'll end up having conversations with is what fields interest students. And at the College of Lake County, we have a variety of different fields of interest is what we call them. So a lot of students might be unsure of what they want to study, or you might know exactly what it is that you want to do or have an idea, but you're not quite sure where that fits within the program. No matter where you fall, we will design a personalized success plan around your individual goals with these interests in mind. And each field of interest has a different program that's embedded into that. So psychology might fall under some of our programs, nursing, mechatronics. And we're here to make sure that once you have identified an area of interest or a program that you're interested in, we will then connect you with an academic success advisor to really make sure that you're progressing throughout your program so you know what classes to take. If you're thinking of a career program and you want to get a job right away, making sure that those classes align with that job, or if you're thinking of transferring, what those opportunities look like. And that's where our CCN role, or the College and Career Navigator, really partners with that academic success advisor to really assist you in the process. In the next slide, we're highlighting a couple of the different programs that we have within each fields of interest. So as you can see here, we have horticulture, we have our automotive programs, phlebotomy or nursing. And the great thing about that is that many of these courses are held at our Grayslake campus, which we have 3 different locations. But many students can take these classes at Grayslake, at Lakeshore, which is located in Waukegan, and at the South Lake campus, which is in Vernon Hills. And some of the things that we're doing is trying to provide better access for our students to be able to take classes. So we have multiple extension sites that students can take classes in. And one of them is our new Advanced Technology Center, which is located, if you're familiar with the area where the Lowe's building is near Gurnee. So that's going to really become a focus of economic development for key opportunities, which is including welding and then our computerized numeric control, or CNC. So we have a lot of really great ways for students to be able to take classes, both on campus and now virtually. So I'm actually going to transfer this to Norma, and she's going to talk a little bit more about transfer programs.
Thanks, Ashley. We're going to go ahead and we're going over a little bit about our roles as college and career navigators. I am embedded as a college and career navigator in one of our top feeder high schools, and I'm definitely excited about that. And another great thing about us is that we endeavor to provide students with as many opportunities as we can. And I'm going to go ahead and briefly just talk about tuition and fees before we talk about transfer opportunities. As a Lake County resident, tuition and fees will be $147 per credit for the 2020-2021 academic year. So let's say, for example, if a student is a full-time student taking 15 credits, the total tuition and fees would be around $2,205 per semester. So then for a year, the tuition and fees will be around $4,410. Many of our students that come to CLC often opt to do a 2+2 plan, which just means 2 years at CLC to complete their general education courses and earn an associate degree, and then 2 years at their desired transfer school, where they will be completing the major core classes in order to earn that bachelor's degree. With that plan in mind, we have about 30 universities in our guaranteed transfer partnership that you can make that transfer experience as seamless as possible, yet while always ensuring your credits transfer. As you can see on screen, we have schools like ISU, DePaul, Marquette, INU, ASU, and many others as the list continues to grow. Now, I know it's important to talk about classes and consider studying and completing all your homework assignments. That's definitely something that I want you always to keep in focus. However, it's also important to have a balance in your life and enjoy the different clubs and activities and sports that a school can offer. At CLC, we offer 40+ clubs and activities such as film and photography, literary arts, and Young Americans for Freedom, to name a few. Moreover, intercollegiate athletes are an important part of student life. CLC offers 12 intercollegiate sports through the CLC's membership of Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference and the National Junior College Athletic Association. In addition, all 12 sports have scholarship opportunities. If we go ahead and continue, we also have other different support services like tutoring, academic support. We also have academic success advisors that will continuously go ahead and help you focus on making sure to continue that path if we found a field of interest until student grads to graduation or to transfer. Now, your success team includes your college and career navigator, your registration service rep, as well as a financial aid specialist. We're all here to support you in your endeavors for the future, so always reach out to us whenever you have questions. Here is just a few pictures emphasizing the support and commitment to our CLC students, where our 2019 and 2020 grads were recognized for their hard work amidst COVID, making sure that they had a meaningful commencement ceremony and had the opportunity to share it with their families and friends. If you're interested in joining our CLC community, on the screen, you'll be seeing our next steps that we will complete together as your college and career navigator. To become a CLC Lancer, you would first have to complete the online application. It's fast and easy. It usually doesn't take students any longer than 10 minutes to complete. Within 1 business day, our registration services reps will have reviewed your application and welcome you as a CLC student. Moreover, we will review with each one of you how and where to submit transcripts and test scores. Once we have that documentation on file, we will review if placement testing will be necessary based on your past education or your fields of interest. Throughout the year, we will also host different financial aid workshops to help you complete that application and talk about other ways to help you pay for school. During orientation and advisement piece, your enrollment, we will focus on selecting
And last but not least, we have the University of South Carolina.
Hi, everyone. Let me just pull this up real quick. Okay, my name is Rajonda and I'm from the University of South Carolina, but I actually live in Chicago. A couple of things. So the University of South Carolina is located in Columbia, South Carolina. So we have about 27,000 undergraduate students on our campus, about 34,000 total. Our in-state population out-of-state is about 56% in-state, about 44% out-of-state. So one of the top cities that we actually, or states that we actually have people coming from is Illinois. So we're in the top 10 this year. And we get a lot of kids from the Midwest. We also have regionals in Illinois and also in Ohio. The University of South Carolina also has 56 nationally ranked programs across the different colleges, and I'll show you what those are in a second. But we have a student to faculty ratio that is 17:1. And so about 85% of our classes will have 50 students or less. So although we are a large public university, you'll still get to know your professors and things like that. We have over 500 student organizations and clubs that students can join and be a part of. And only about 20% of our students will join a Greek organization. P.S. I live by the train that you're going to hear behind me here. But only about 20% of our students will go Greek or join a sorority or fraternity. And so there's just a lot for our students to do on campus. These are the different areas that we have our degree programs in. So there's over 360 combinations of majors, minors, and cognates on our campus. We do have listed on here the South Carolina Honors College, and we have that on there for a reason. It is a college that you can actually graduate from on our campus, and you can have any major. But it is one of the top ranked public honors colleges in the country. And we do have an application process for it, and I'll talk about that in a second. But for the rest of the areas on here, we do direct admit into the majors that you are interested in. The only two that there is a caveat for is going to be the college or the College of Nursing, and into the International Business Program and the Darla Moore School of Business. So those two are going to have like a pre-international business and a pre-nursing program. But if you are admitted into the Honors College, you will get direct admission into both of those programs. So this was our freshman profile for last year. So we had about 31,000 applications, about 6,200 enrolled in our campus. And these are the SAT, ACT averages and the GPA averages. One thing that I do want to note, when these numbers were taken, we did super score the SAT. We did not super score the ACT, so that's just going to be a little bit different. This year we were test optional, and so we will release new numbers, I'm sure, coming up soon, but we were test optional, meaning that students did not have to submit an SAT or an ACT score in order to be reviewed. But if you wanted to get an idea of a number that was, I guess, in the range for us, these would be what those numbers are. So for the University of South Carolina, we are on all three application platforms: our own application on our website, the coalition application, and also the Common App. We don't care which one you apply on. You are able to choose whichever is best for you. So if you're applying to more than one school and they are all on the Common App, 100% go use the Common App. It doesn't matter to us. And then these are the deadlines, and they're usually the deadlines that are every year unless we decide to extend any of them. Usually our early action, which is non-binding, is going to be in October, so October 15th, and decisions for those students go out in December. If you are applying into the Honors College or into our Top Scholars program, there's a separate application, and that application is going to be due November 15th. Students who are interested in the Honors College, we recommend that they apply early action, and then you'll be able to have that honors application, and we send those decisions out actually mid-February, so we sent them out. We're sending them out this week. And then if you are going to remember any date, it's going to be December 1st, which is our application deadline. This year we extended it a little bit, but that's normally the date, and then we do those decisions out in mid-March. Our scholarship decisions will also come out in March, and then you still have until May 1st to enroll at the University of South Carolina and go along through that process. I would be your representative, so if you have questions, definitely let me know. This is the contact information for the University of South Carolina, but I will, if you need my information, I'll put my email address as my name on here, but it is just my name at sc.edu, so rajonda@sc.edu. And I look forward to hearing from you all if you have any questions. And I think I did see a couple pop up in here. I think I saw one. Do we take the weighted or unweighted GPA? We will take whatever is higher for you, but we actually will see that GPA, but we will also take, we have core classes that you need to have. So 4 math, 3 English, those kinds of things. And we'll take the grades from your transcript. So I guess that kind of weighted technically. Thank you all.
Awesome. Thank you all to the students that took time out of your night tonight. I know everyone's super busy these days as we get to the end of the school year. So I appreciate you taking the time, and our university reps also want to thank you. For our students, as you exit the Zoom room tonight, you will receive a 4-question quick survey by StriveScan, so we would appreciate your feedback on that. And again, as a reminder, you will be able to access the recording of tonight if you want to go back and get any contact information or review slides from the website that you originally scheduled for tonight's session. So that concludes this portion of the event. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the session, there are additional sessions going on throughout the night and into tomorrow. So please feel free to sign up for any of those that interest you or any of the universities that interest you in the listing on our website. With that, I will allow the university reps to answer any last-minute questions here, and we will conclude tonight's event. Thank you all, and stay safe. You all are free to sign out. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.